weekend. We want to recognize the family of Don Haase. We appreciate them being on hand at Springfield Raceway here tonight. And again, he will be honored as his family is part of the racing action tonight. Kicking off the racing action with our Casey's General Store Midwest Modifieds. All right, here we go, getting ready for heat race number 1. Kicking off the night, Casey General Store Midwest Modifieds. On the pole, it'll be Jared McIntyre. Dakota Maggard on the outside, coming off turn number 4. Green flag in the air. Sean Carlberg down on the inside of Gilbert Rowland. They'll go off turn number 2 side by side. Here comes Rob Muhlenberg to make it a 3-wide battle. How about 4 wide as Donnie Oss sticks the nose in there. McIntyre and Maggard going side by side off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They're dead even. Gilbert Rowland up the track a little bit. That opens the door for Rob Muhlenberg coming off turn number 4 side by side, still for the lead. Still side by side coming off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Dakota Maggard using the top side of the speedway. Jared McIntyre down on the bottom, coming off turn number 4. Still no advantage for either driver. Maybe 6 inches for Jared McIntyre. Dakota Maggard hanging strong up on the top side of the speedway. McIntyre trying to get the advantage now, a half a car length. And while this goes on, Sean Carlberg's got company coming from Rob Muhlenberg. Muhlenberg going to the top of the racetrack, trying to wrestle away that number 3 position. Muhlenberg now crossing over, going down to the bottom of the racetrack, looking underneath the 15 car as this battle for the lead is not done. Jared McIntyre still digging the bottom. Maggard up on the top side, and this time by 2 to go, it's Dakota Maggard out in front. Another lap or 2, and Rob Muhlenberg would be right up in the midst of this battle, but it's going to come down to the final lap. This time around, it's Jared McIntyre by 2 feet. Off turn number 4 will be the checkered flag this time. Who's going to do it? McIntyre sliding up the racetrack. Here comes the momentum with Maggard, and Dakota Maggard with the win. How about it, race fans? That was a dandy right there as Dakota Maggard and Jared McIntyre go side by side all 8 laps and swapped the lead several times before Dakota Maggard got the advantage coming off turn number 4, and he'll pick up the win. The winner of the final heat race will draw for a re-inversion for the A main. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Joey Wiles in car 161. Good to have Joey Wiles back on hand with us here tonight. Joey is a very accomplished race car driver. Should be a lot of fun to watch him go. He'll roll off side by side with a good shoe on his outside. It's Colt Cheevers in car number 45. Gary Krebs in car number 26. On his outside, it'll be the number 42 of Steve Wharf. Andy Ost, that is, in the 72 car. Here we go off turn number 4. Green in the air. And that is Corey Carter in car number 28. Corey Carter in car number 28. Off turn number 4, first time by, it'll be Colt Cheevers out in front of Joey Wiles. Andy Oss getting a good start there, already up into the number 3 spot, but here comes Steve Ward working to his outside. Colt Cheevers out in front, a spinner down in turn number 4. He'll get it straightened out. Nice job there. That's 28 of Corey Carter. Andy Oss making it around the 42 of Steve Wharf. Now Wharf battles back down on the bottom, and Andy Oss struggling a little bit. Out in front, Colt Cheevers continues to lead over Joey Wiles. Andy Ost back up into the number 3 position. Off turn number 4, Andy Ost now pulling away from Steve Wharf, and here comes the number 20 car into the mix. That's Jeremy Leahy. And checkers for Colt Cheevers as he leads them all. Joey Wiles second, and Andy Ost finishes up in the number 3 position. And two heat races in the books so far. As we mentioned, the winner of the final heat race in the Midwest Modifieds will redraw to invert the field. And this is going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. We'll put some of these faster cars in the back. Top 4 out of each heat race will move on. There's your winner from last Saturday night. That's Jerry Langton. And car number 44, Chris Woodruff, that is. Chris Woodruff out of Springfield, Missouri will be on the pole. Sanderson in the 21. Ian Morissette in the 38. Good-looking hot rod right there. There's Gary Krebs in car number 26. Coming off turn number 4. Green in the air. Jonathan Dean in the 26D. Caution coming out early, caution out. It will be an original restart except for the number 53 car. We have 30, that's right, 30 Midwest Modifieds in the house tonight, and that's a cool deal. I love this class of cars. That was Jordan Goddard going around in car number 53. Once again, Ian Morissette, good-looking car right there. Got the purple and green going on. And Ian had some good runs here last season in that number 38 machine, so we're certainly expecting big things out of him again this year. All right, lights are off. They'll get the one to go signal this time by. One more time around. Next time by, they'll be back under the green flag. Dusty Sanderson choosing to go to the tail of the field. 8 cars set to go, 8 times. Heat race number 2 rolling out. Here we go. Once again, Jerry Langton wasting no time going to the top of the leaderboard. He'll lead him down the backstretch with Ian Morissette, about 4 car lengths behind. Morissette looking a little bit lower line, trying to run him down. Middle bumping and banging down there in turns 1 and 2. Oh, problems for Gary Krebs as he's going backwards. A little bit of smoke coming out of that car. Not sure what's going on. Gary Krebs off the pace and looks like he will be headed back for the pit area. Tough break. And he stays on the track for now. We'll keep an eye on him. Dusty Sanderson really struggling with that 21 car. But no problem for Jerry Langton as he continues to motor around the Springfield Raceway using the top side of the speedway. Gary going to the pit area now. Obviously problems for that 26 car. And checkers coming out for Jerry Langton, car number 44. And you may be looking at the car to beat this year in that Midwest Modified Series. Jerry Langton with a big run last time we got together at March Madness, and once again he is tearing it up in car number 44. Ian Morissette looking pretty good out there as well. In that 38 car, again, we expect him to run strong this year. Next group of cars rolling out onto the racetrack. Leading them out is going to be Chad Donaldson, driver out of Springfield, Missouri. On his outside out of Lynchburg, Missouri, that'll be Jeremy Hazel. Scott Campbell on the inside of row number 2. To his outside, it'll be John Langton. Tim Mullins in car number 16, and on his outside, it'll be the number 33 of Jaron Martin. Ty Jackson in the 0. And looks like we had one car coming up a little bit late. That's the 19 car. Good to see Ty Jackson back out there in that 0 car. Once again, we will get the one to go signal this time by. We'll turn them loose under the green flag next time by. Get you a name on car number 19 as soon as we have that available. All right, here we go. Coming off turn number 4, green in the air. Donaldson leads them in. Hazel up the racetrack just a little bit, still side by side with Chad Donaldson down the backstretch. Here comes Scott Campbell. John Langton flanking him on the outside. They're still 2 by 2, 3-4 rows back. Ken Walker, car number 51, trying to make his way up towards the front after starting at the rear of the field. They're still 2 by 2 for the first 2 rows as Chad Donaldson goes up the track, and now Tim Mullins having trouble as well. And tough break for Tim Mullins goes around. The good news is nobody ran into him. Looked like the number 19 car had him dialed in there for just a moment, but was able to make his way around the 16, so he should be able to refire and re-go. Chad Donaldson doing a nice job out front, the Lifetime Builders LLC 22 car. And looks like Scott Campbell will be out in front in car number 83. He and Jerry Langton had a real good battle at the March Madness race we had a few weeks ago. All right, getting Tim Mullins a little bit of help. Getting by with a little help from his friends over there in turns 3 and 4. And I believe the 19 car was a late check-in, so I don't have a name on him, but if you are here with the number 19 car, feel free to come on up to the booth and enlighten me. Certainly will not hurt my feelings one bit. All right, it'll be the 83 of Scott Campbell. Scott finished up in the number 2 spot in our championship standings the last season. And a great finish between he and Elijah Keeper coming down to the last lap for the 2018 championship. Everybody stacking it up, getting ready for the green. Coming off turn number 4, it'll be Scott Campbell bringing him in. Keith Pratt says, "Let's go racing." Everybody on the bottom of the track, but Ty Jackson, he's liking the top side, and now there goes John Langton. He'll look up on the top side. Scott Campbell out in front. Good battle for second. Jeremy Hazel hooking around the bottom of the racetrack. Chad Donaldson running right through the center of the speedway. 33 car on the move. Scott Campbell trying to check out from the rest of the field, but John Langton doing a nice job moving up in that number 35 machine. Three wide for that number 2 spot. Oh, trouble over in turn number 3 and 4. Caution coming out. So 33 car going around over in turn number 3. That'll bring us under the caution flag. And again, I believe he is a late check-in, and I do not have a name on him at this point. And I believe that'll be the 3366 of Jaron Martin. Jaron Martin in car number 3366. All right, here we go. Coming off turn number 4, green flag back in the air. John Langton picking up where he left off before the caution flag, starting to move forward. Will he run out of time? Top 4 down at the bottom, make it the top 5 now as Ty Jackson also runs the bottom of the speedway. Coming off turn number 4 this time, it'll be Checkers. Campbell a little sideways. Hazel closes in, but not enough. As 2 cars get together over in turns 3 and 4, that's Ken Walker and Jaron Martin. 2 heat races for 11 cars.